I ran into Roberta Dawson this week in front of the Museum of Contemporary Art. She said that the word on the street is that I'm going to St. James. I said, I just tell people I'm now going to the United Church of Satan. She and I agree that it's always good to hear both sides. Welcome. Welcome to Sunday Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith. At Sunday Coffee Hour, we talk about everything and nothing. This Sunday, we talked about having your cat cremated, about how intention is often stronger than reality, how it's better to be cancer free than in remission, and that we all put our bra on one boob at a time. The readings at Washington National Cathedral were from Jeremiah. Beware of those who come preaching war and destruction, and instead incline yourself to love and peace. And from Romans, the slave is justified by his obedience to his master. And we're all sanctified by God in obedience to him. If we're a slave to sin, then we're still a slave. But when we're sanctified by God, we're no longer slave, but free. The gospel reading was from Matthew. Whoever welcomes you welcomes me. At Washington National Cathedral, the sermon was by Jan Cope. She preached about radical welcome. And then she told a story about when she was church shopping and she visited a church and accidentally sat in the wrong seat and was asked to move. Jan then made the parallel between that incident and the recent Supreme Court ruling striking down laws designed to protect the protected classes. Jan made the mistake of forgetting that sanctification comes from God and not from us, not from the state, the Supreme Court, or even the ushers at church. At St. James Cathedral, Lisa preached about the 4th of July and freedom. The founding principles of our nation are just an echo of the freedom offered to us by God. Lisa said Jesus didn't spend a lot of time campaigning against Rome and instead spent his time with the disciples. More important, Lisa said that even though the United States is just an echo of God's freedom, it's an echo she loves. She loves her country and she loves the 4th of July. Christ slipped into a world that was in a big mess because it's always a big mess. That's the whole point. If we all wait around for the correct Supreme Court ruling or for our political party to be in power, and in the meantime just do nothing, what's the point? At best, God is indifferent to most of it, not because it's not important, but because it's all an outcome. And God isn't really interested in the outcome because he already knows the outcome, because he is the outcome. We're the ones who just don't seem to know it yet. Christ didn't come to save the protected class, and we'll never all be scrubbed up enough to feel worthy. Our national state of affairs is just a holding place till we live into the new reality that God already has ready for us. There's no need to clean yourself up because the problem is we just never seem to be quite scrubbed up enough. So instead, we spend a lot of time looking at how dirty everyone else is and pointing to them. What was the point of Christ dying for our sins if we still feel all the guilt and shame about it? Nobody wants to be a psychopath and do bad things without feeling remorse, but wasn't that the whole point? That we can move on and rise above the shame and guilt of making mistakes. We've never really lived into the promise that Christ laid out for us. The universe provides so much for us for free: air to breathe, water to drink, falling in love, being in relationship. But we prefer to monetize everything that we can and focus on that. We have a lot invested in the pain and suffering economy, while the alternative economy is always an option. We always seem to fall for the administration preaching war and destruction, while they paint the other guy delivering the message about peace and prosperity to be a psychopath. Given the choice, I think I'll take the psychopath. If you would like to join us at Sunday Coffee Hour is every Sunday at 12 noon Central Time on Zoom. I will include my email in the description of this video. I'll be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.